up, YouTube? Welcome to the first episode of LGBTQ and everyone else. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're doing something a little bit different on this channel, so sit back, relax, and let's get into it. You guys, welcome back. Now let me introduce you guys to my first guest. You guys know him, my baby Justice. I feel like Oprah. I feel like who has Wendy Williams don't have a TV show at the moment, so we're just gonna, we're just gonna, I don't know who I feel like now. So you guys, welcome to the first episode of LGBTQ. Like I said, what we're gonna do on this channel is we're gonna ask questions to couples, gay, straight, whatever you prefer in your everyday life. We're gonna ask them questions. So yeah, I have to have you first on my channel, and I'm gonna ask you some questions, and you can give me your honest opinion about what you think. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, are you ready? So the first question is, what is your type, and are you a bottom or what? Matter of fact, what is your sexuality? I feel like I know your sexuality, but I don't really know it for sure. Because you give me different forms of what I think.
I don't.
But tell them what you think your sexuality is.
To answer your question, I don't really identify as a gay male. Mm-hmm. If you want to say that I'm pansexual, bisexual, whatever, I don't really
This is new.
Think of myself as in that spectrum. Mm-hmm. I'm just myself. I like what I like. I mean,
you like
you're
okay.
cute, you're cute, you know?
Okay.
Whether you're a girl or guy, trans man, trans woman. You're just...
Okay, my next question for you, what is your type? And are you a bottom or top or all of the above? Because nowadays, the kids nowadays are not just one. They're all. They're all. Which is fine, sexually fluid is amazing.
That's a great question. Mm-hmm. As of right now, predominantly a top, but since I found a new thing right now with that person, I will.
That person?
No, I'm open to doing more things.
Okay. So my next question is, you can give me an honest opinion. I'm gonna be nervous. I love honesty.
I'm just watching what I say for the kids.
What kids are watching this? I mean, I hope it's I really want this to help younger generations, but not too young, but you're at that age where it's you're 15, 16, 17. Okay. Still trying to figure yourself out.
Right.
When we was coming up, we didn't have access. We had Noah's Ark, but to me as a child, I was I would love to have my crew of Noah type of friends. But then when you get out into the real world, you're what is going on? That's not what I got supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? It comes with over time, which people don't know. It comes with over time. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. Do you agree?
I do.
It comes.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, so my next question is, what is your opinion on labels, and why do you think there's so many?
What do you mean by labels?
Gay, straight. Straight, because when we were growing up, it was just gay.
It was gay and straight and lesbian.
Bi and lesbian.
Yeah, bi and lesbian.
Nowadays, it's I want to be green, blue, yellow, orange. You know what? I don't want to just be one thing. I want to be.
I hate labels. I hate labels because, as you can see, labels really hinder people. It really, 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 really do.
You guys, if you want to also answer these questions with us in the comments, have a little fun and answer it, and I'll comment back to you guys, if you have your opinions on it.
But labels really hinder people. I myself like to dress sometimes so masculine, sometimes I like to dress feminine. And when people see that, they're like, oh, I thought you was gay. Or
I thought you was straight.
I didn't know you just like, oh, you wearing heels? Oh, I didn't know you. It's just...
You just keep them guessing.
Nobody ever said that this is for a specific gender.
Yeah.
Men were cross-dressing all the way back in Shakespearean time.
True. There were wigs, makeup, and everything.
I don't really get why people label everything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is for men. This is for women. Oh, this is too feminine, masculine, or oh, you're gay if you wear this. Who said that? Who said that I'm gay if I wear makeup? If men did not wear makeup on television, you would see all their makeup. Everybody in the film industry wears makeup. So
I say, like, society has put us into like making everything about, like, straight people make everything about us. And it's like we have so much power over straight people, I think, because you know why I say that? Because with the Harry Styles situation, when he put on a dress, they just automatically
I have
assume...
a comment about that.
I can't even say that. They assumed that he was gay. And really he was just like, I just wanted to wear a dress.
They did the same thing with Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith wanted to wear a skirt. He's a boy.
I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think straight people don't understand us to the point where they're like, okay, so they don't understand the difference between being gay or just having femininity? Is that the right word? Femininity?
I get what you're saying. You mean, do straight people...
Do you feel like they just assume one thing is one thing instead of just saying, hey, maybe it's not?
It's only a select few. There are some heterosexual people out there that are very in touch with their feminine side.
Yeah.
And
they're the straightest people ever.
That can have a simple conversation about their sexuality and not feel uncomfortable.
I love those.
I have a couple of friends that are just like that. I have a couple of coworkers that are just like that.
I love guys like that, like guys who are straight.
The people that always feel like they have to protect their masculinity. I feel, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. But I feel like it's always an underlying issue.
Yeah.
They either have had thoughts about it, or they have done it.
Or they could be curious.
Or that's why they either had thoughts about it, or they have done it.
And there's nothing wrong with
that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's going to judge you for it. But it's just how the way that they grew up, because they saw their parents probably judge people for being a certain way.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I love straight guys who can be around gay guys, and they the straightest males that you can ever. They have girlfriends and tell you stories about what they do with their girlfriends, and they're comfortable. But you have the other straight males who let us hold so much power over them to the point where they can be at a party with their girlfriends, and they'll get up and leave
just
the whole party because another male has come in.
But who happens to be gay?
Yeah. And I feel like that, I feel like I read this book called 48 Laws of Power, and it just mentions how much power you can have over people. You can have power over people by not even speaking. Your presence, you being in the same room as them will make them very uncomfortable, and they leave. And when the book says is that's also having power over that person. So my next question, this is really good. I knew that, this is really good. My next question would be, what would you tell someone who wants to come out but is terrified of coming out? Oh, I'm so ready for this question. I'm ready to answer this question myself. Like, I'm ready to. Because we all been there. When you're a teenager, the world seems so big.
I would say.
What would you say?
I would say wait. Not even wait. I would say this.
What would you say?
You don't have to come out.
You honestly, truly don't have to.
Don't have to. I feel as if straight people don't have to say, "Oh my God, Mom, guys, I have to tell you something. I like girls."
Or like, yeah.
I feel like who comes out and
really
says I'm straight?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody. So I feel like it's none of their business. Yeah. They're not going to be laying in the bed with you at night when you're 22 years old with your boyfriend. They're not going to be there. That's your business. Who you fall in love with is your business. Yeah. And you don't have to answer to anybody about that.
Yeah, that's true, because I feel like Hollywood TV shows and movies have put it to the point where you see it so much that they make you feel like you have to sit down.
You have to sit down and have this conversation.
When why don't I take my power
the
back?
The only conversation that you should be having with your parents is the birds and the bees.
Oh,
that's it.
Do they even know what that is?
Or do they know what that is?
I don't know if they know what that is.
But if you are a gay male, you can't talk to them about the birds and bees because they don't understand that their anatomy is not gonna.
I also say it depends on what parents that you have, because you got some parents who just like, you don't really have, you didn't have to tell me that, but I love you, I don't care if that's what you want. But also, it depends on what type of parents you have.
It is.
Because some parents you can tell.
Some parents you just can't.
You just be like, girl, I want to keep this to myself. If I can tell myself one thing, it's like, don't be terrified, because it's not nothing to be terrified about. It's just you, yourself, and who you are, and who you want to grow up to be. If I can tell my teenager something right now, I would tell him, like, don't be scared. You're terrified for no reason.
Right.
I mean,
I wasn't scared. I just told them when I was never scared because I already knew that they knew.
Yeah.
So it was just like,
kind of sort of same. Yeah.
I came out in high school to my friends, and I know when everybody was talking about it at school, they were bound to hear it. Yeah. They was just waiting on me to say something, but I wasn't gonna say nothing until I got my first man. So that's how it went for me. I was never scared because I knew I'm gonna do what I want to do at the end of the day. And my mama knew that I was gonna do what I want to do. My dad knew that I was gonna do what I want to do. It's just how I am.
I think I got to that point when I was like, I think what made me stop being so terrified about it, I think I got to the point when I was like 18, 19. And then when I moved away from home, I think I got more confident.
Yeah.
And then I started meeting people, and some people was like, who told you had to come out to them?
Right.
They taught me, like, straight people don't do it. You don't have to do it. Nobody has to know your business.
Right.
Yeah. True. So just keep that in mind. And I also, like I say, you guys can answer these questions in the comments. If you guys also want to be a part of the show, just put your Instagram in the comments, and I'll DM you and let you know when you can be on the show with us. So, because I would love to hear more opinions about this. And, you're a part of this, just like we are a part of this. So, are you ready for your next question? This is good. You're doing a really good job. I love it. Okay. What is something that the gay black community has to stop doing?
Oh my God.
If you guys didn't hear the question, I said, what is something that the gay black community has to stop doing?
Why did you ask me this question? We have to stop with this idea that the black female is catty, that they love to fight, and that they're always, ooh girl, hey, how you doing, this, that, that.
Yeah.
That's just not how.
Yeah, that's their vision of the woman.
That's just not how it is.
Yeah.
And me and you, we're gay black men.
But we don't. I feel like
we just have to stop fighting each other.
I feel like certain gay black males don't.
There's a lot of room for everybody.
Yeah.
we just have to stop fighting with each other. We have to stop trying to be the first gay black to do this, the first gay black to do that. Or it's just
I feel like there are gays, they look at a certain woman. Like, you know, you have TV shows like Bad Girls Club,
and
Natalie has come up
those
with this Bad
shows.
Girls thing.
I don't care if they do come for me in the comments. The Bad Boys Club, all them. That is just.
But
it's so stupid.
But do you ever think that there are also people out there who watch shows like that and think it's real?
Yeah.
You think?
Of course.
Yeah,
we were those people.
Mm-hmm.
We were those people
yes,
growing up
there are people
thinking that the Bad Girls Club was real and it was all a bunch of bullshit.
They're not thinking like, oh, they're getting a check for doing this.
But
Versus me doing this in real life, I'm really going to jail.
I get why it's a thing. Us growing up, the Bad Girls Club was a thing. That was a thing. Everybody wanted to be on the real world.
Okay, so to piggyback on what you said, so you're basically saying that we really have to stop looking at one.
We have to stop trying to chase this fame. Everybody want to be famous.
That's true.
Everybody want to be
That's
famous.
so true.
And it's just like, why can't everybody just get a bag? Why everybody got to be famous? Everybody ain't got to know my name. As long as I'm getting a bag, that's fine.
You feel like
but you
Instagram
over
is a
here,
part of
y'all
that.
up here fighting each other on TV.
Well, you know, they get a check.
No.
You know,
No. Remember, in the Bad Boys Club, everybody that auditioned,
was fighting.
they already knew that they weren't going to pick them.
You feel like.
So it was already scripted from the audition process. Y'all know y'all was gonna be on TV only for like 30 seconds, and y'all fighting.
For what? You feel like as if
for a meme for 15 minutes.
Do you feel like the black gay community have this thing where a 9-to-5 job is just looked upon on? Like look down on, like a 9-to-5. Like
every
sugar daddy.
But I don't think everybody's like that. Yeah. That's just
or having a sugar daddy is more cooler than having a 9-to-5 type of lifestyle.
You know, people are like that. You know, everybody is always looking for a quick coin, and nobody don't want to work these days. And that's what Kim said. Nobody wants to work for it. But I feel like that's only a depiction upon, and don't get me wrong,
no,
because I'm one as well.
No, you can say whatever you want. This is a free
It's only
space.
looked upon for city gays. Anybody that's grew up in the city, major cities, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York, Houston, all them gays, they the ones that, living the fast lifestyle.
Do you know when saying that, like, when I met my first male gay, or I don't know what his sexuality was, but when he told me what his career was, I'm expecting him to say like social media influencer. That's what he was giving me when I met him. He really was like, oh no, I'm a lawyer, or I don't propagand in that lifestyle where I went to school, I worked hard, and I got a job. Because what he said to me, he was like, social media can end tomorrow, and a lot of people will lose jobs. With him, he said, well, he'll still have a job the next day. Exactly. And I was like, wow, you really gave me a different point of view of things, which is cool, Yes, you guys. Like I said, comment on what you like and what you want. So, moving on to the next question. What is your opinion on straight parents, on why they are so hard on their kids on becoming themselves?
I will say this. There is no... I mean, there is now, but there is... No, let me say this. There's no book on being a good parent.
And the reason why I asked you this question is because there was something that kind of pissed me off on the internet about little boys having kitchen sets. And, people in the comments were like, oh, my son is not going to have a kitchen set. I would not dare get my child. And at the end of the day, it's like,
It's a kitchen set.
It's a kitchen set.
So you don't want your son to know how to cook? I understand.
Yeah. Or what if his dream is to become a chef?
There is no book on how to be a good parent. There is only you see what you get, or monkey see, monkey do.
Right.
However their parents raised them how to be, they're gonna do the same thing with their kids. Or you have those that try to break a cycle and try to do something different from their parents. But if you always try to, oh, my mom did this, or I'm not gonna do that, you're probably just hindering yourself.
Or do you feel like if parents are trying to prevent something for themselves and not for their child's sake, they're preventing
parents love us. Parents love us no matter how. No matter what circumstance that you're in, I know that your parent does love you. Your mom or your dad does love you, no matter what the circumstances.
Yeah, they really do.
They do everything out of love, whether it's whether it's telling you, being gay is bad because that's how they grew up, or giving you up for adoption when you're young because they couldn't do it, but they loved you so much to give you away because they knew that else could do something better for you. Yeah. But there's no
wrong or right.
There's no wrong or right way to raise a child.
Even if you try to avoid, I feel like
if you try to avoid
childhood trauma, it's still
gonna be
happen.
there.
Something.
You could think that your parents could be like, oh, I did the best thing in the world for my child, but you probably had like a different experience, and that they never knew until you have that talk with your parents.
Yeah. You just never know.
You'll just never know.
There's some kids out there who make it, survive. To the kids that's out there who survive, kudos to y'all. So I just feel like for the parents for the young adults or the kids out there who are like, my parents don't even talk to me ever since. I feel like as you get older, they come around a little bit. Even if they don't, it's like there's something they can do.
As you get older, you realize what's important and what's not important.
That's so true.
That will become your parents. You caring about your parents' approval will become less and less and less as you get older. It might not for some people who are really like close with their families. But as you go on, as you can see that you're not talking to your parents every day, your parents don't want to talk to you. As time goes on, you're gonna be like, this is boring. It's boring. I don't care anymore. If you don't care, I don't care. And that's not a bad thing. That's just you moving on with your life, because you're starting to realize that me worrying about this
is not helping.
It's not getting me anywhere. It's hindering me. So I have to let it go.
I had people tell me like, oh, when I was little, I'm not gonna talk to you again, ever again if you come out there. So to me, it's like, I know people have those type of people in their life. They're like, I will never talk to you again. So you'll never. It's like, to me now, I felt like me breathing, me just being a human being. It's like somebody saying, I won't talk to you again if you're breathing too loud. Like, they don't make no sense. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was good. I like that. I like that answer. So, do you feel? My next question would be: do you feel as if the gay Black community in Atlanta seem to all be doing the same thing? For example, you will always see a film doing hair, nails, and do you feel like we, they, or them are always put into one category?
Ooh. Okay, I will say this: Atlanta gays are a different breed. Are they all doing the same things?
Like, you'll always see makeup, hair.
How about this?
Which that's a job too.
No. How about this? I did say that a while ago, like way back then. But now, I see that we're all doing something different.
Yeah.
You got you got some people that still doing their hair, nails, makeup, but then you got gays that are coming out trying to be artists, rappers. Ocean Kelly.
I see that. I love Ocean Kelly. I love.
We're having more queens come out. Younger queens.
Yeah.
We're having more. Brands come out. People selling clothes.
So
making clothes.
We're
actually making them, and I feel in the probably like in 2016, I would say 2016 to 2018. Yeah, everybody was focused on makeup, hair, nails. It was just that whole blow up.
Yeah,
and
then everybody moved on to skincare.
Now everybody moved on to skincare, and it's not that isn't relevant anymore.
Makeup is still a thing,
but
it's not as big.
We're finding new avenues.
Which is good. Okay, yes. That's good. Okay. Now, we're about to get a little deeper. We're about to get a little nastier.
Oh my God.
What can you tell anybody that is thinking about opening their relationship from your experience?
Why you look at me like that?
If you guys didn't hear the question, it was, what can you tell anybody that is thinking about opening their relationship from your experience? Like, there's somebody that's like, I want to open up my relationship, but I don't know what. Like,
I would say communication.
Honesty.
And communication.
Communication and honesty are best friends.
Definitely a thing, because in the beginning you're gonna think it's all like, okay, yeah, we're gonna open this relationship, we're gonna be he's gonna be his own, he's gonna be happy and this, that, the third. But then when it's like faced in front of you, when you see it in 4K, it's very triggering. And
because you can have that one person that's like, oh, I'm not gonna get jealous. You don't know what you're gonna get jealous of until it's right in front of you. Because I would say, answering that question with
and you don't know what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, you know what you're comfortable with
until it's in front of you.
And jealousy will be there. Like, she sit right there beside you, and I'm like, Because it's like, thoughts will go through your mind. It's like, have they done this before? They're doing something that you never told me that you like this. The questions will come in your head.
The questions will pop up. It is just like, it's like whiplash. You're like, damn.
Have they done this before?
She was like, I'm like, damn. It was like one instance, I was like, damn, I didn't know you like this. I didn't know you like this.
I will say.
And it was so.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because sometimes you don't want to. I feel like opening the relationship opens up more. It really could be you learn more about yourself. You're learning how to present things to your partner, because you try it for the first time. Now you're not as scared to present it to your partner. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know how. I want to try this, but I don't know how he would feel about this. You know what I mean? I don't want to scare him away. But I want to do this. So it's almost like a test run.
It opens up a lot of doors.
It's almost like a test run for yourself. See if you comfortable with it first. But yes, opening a relationship, I would say it can be good. You just have to be mentally strong for it.
Yeah.
And and I would say you can't do it in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Ever.
You can't open.
It needs to be.
You can't be in a relationship for a year and think, oh, I want to open this relationship. Oh no, baby, you don't know your man.
Or it can be like 2 weeks and they'll fall in love.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's good.
You just have to. Opening a relationship takes time.
It takes time, but it also opens up so many doors. Like, if you're not gonna be comfortable with opening up them doors, I say don't do it. And when I say doors will open, you will learn more about your partner more than you think you know. Like you may like, oh, I know everything about him. I know his favorite color. But as soon as you're like, I'm gonna open up this relationship, things will be shown, things will be known, things that you didn't even know that was there will be right there in front of you. But you can't get mad
because that's what y'all agreed upon.
And I feel like if there are rules and regulations, you need I feel
like there should be ground rules, but not like
that's it.
Rules, not like the 10 Commandments. You know what I mean? Not like
there should be like rules, things. Not to the point
ground
where
rules. I would say like,
you feel like you're
don't disrespect me.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the relationship. If I'm here, it's us.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. And if I don't want to hear about it, unless something bad happens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Out of sight, out of mind. It has to like out of your sight. But just remember, like doors will
open.
Like
there will be people that you see about that you have conversated with, and they sometimes come up and try to talk to you and be like, hey, how you doing? You know, hey.
I say make it fun. Don't make it stressful. Like make it fun. Like if
it's not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be a challenge. It's
right? Who can get the who?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do this first, or
it's supposed to be like, we're in this together. You know, even if the person does come up to you and you're thinking like, oh, he's fine, he's cute. Even if for my females out there, if you're, you know, and your man's like, I want to open up a relationship, you have to let him know. So if a man comes up to you and we're in the park and out of nowhere he's feeling on me and talking to me, will you get jealous or not get jealous?
Okay, now that's different, because that's what I mean. Ground rules. When it's us, it's us.
Yeah, that's y'all time. There should not be none of that. But if it does occur,
that means if that does occur, she would have to have the respect for her man to be like,
Oh, not now. I see what you're saying. Yeah, not now.
I'm with my man.
See? Right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, good. You guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. You guys have been really awesome. So, so thank you guys for tuning into episode 1 of LGBTQ and everyone else. I almost did though. You know what? Thank you guys for so much for tuning in to LGBT and everyone else. I forgot the name of the show for a minute. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys soon for episode 2. Bye. Dancing.